Oh, yeah. It's your boy, Pat Hilton. Welcome back to Social Authority, the show that gives you the raw, unfiltered truth so that you can make the decisions that benefit your brand and your future. It's your boy, Pat Hilton, and welcome back. So, ladies and gentlemen, been extremely busy because I am recording a new 10-song album, and I have been working extremely diligently with our music team. I'll call them our music team to get these 10 tracks to be awesome. I sang all the lead vocals this month in August while still servicing 7 days a week daily videos to all of our clients inside of the Acoustic Force Media Agency. All the people on our Social Authority packages still get posted every day while I'm recording a full-length record. That being said, we've seen so many branding wins and losses happening by people choosing how they market. Now, we saw American Eagle with Sydney Sweeney, and that absolutely crushed it. Everyone was talking about Sydney Sweeney. She looks fantastic in her jeans. American Eagle has skyrocketed with sales. All the numbers are up. They've unveiled all these other models from all over the world. Very culturally sound decision that they made. But the problem people made was that they jumped against American Eagle the first month with the first model without realizing that was a 12-month marketing campaign. What a smart move by American Eagle. Now, Cracker Barrel, on the other hand, Cracker Barrel, they completely blew it. They changed their entire dynamic. American Eagle stood by their American heritage and said, we're going to put this American-looking chick on the front of the ad, and people don't like it. Fuck them. And it worked. Now, Cracker Barrel said, we're going to completely change the dynamic of the brand. We're going to change the history of the brand. We're going to remove everything that reminds people of the historical tradition of this brand. And then it's tanking and they're wondering why. Listen, folks, people are over it. I want to make sure that I'm very careful with how I say these things because I want to be accurate. Trying to play soft in 2025 doesn't work. Okay, so as a social media person, me, for instance, from 2021 through 2024, you couldn't say anything on the internet about certain things. The Biden administration really cracked down on censorship. You couldn't say anything about the vaccine. You couldn't say anything about COVID-19. You couldn't say anything about a lot of things without getting your page slapped. So a lot of people got super quiet about what their opinions were and X and Y and Z. And I think that bottled things up like a bottle that you shake it and all this fizz comes to the top. And now that Donald Trump is in office, Donald Trump is a chain reaction to letting people fizz in the bottle. Whether you like him or not doesn't matter. I don't care what you think about Joe Biden. I don't care what you think about Donald Trump. But what we're seeing right now is a way more aggressive approach to marketing that's working. A way more slobber knocker style, UFC style approach to marketing that's working, which in the history of the United States, that's always been what worked. That's why Eminem became a famous rapper. Shock value. He said and did things other people were unwilling to say and do. So he got the attention. Cracker Barrel, on the other hand, wants to make this like watered down version of this landmark brand. And it's failing. It's failing. And I did a whole bunch of research as to why this happened. They actually employed a marketing agency. They employed a marketing agency like mine, and they came in and they completely rebranded Cracker Barrel. Instead of focusing on what's worked for that client and what's worked for that audience for the last X amount of years, they completely alienated their buying audience and went in a completely different direction. That brand is fucked now. I don't know that there's even any coming back from this. I don't even think Cracker Barrel has good food. I haven't been to the only time I go to Cracker Barrel is like with the grandparents. Maybe once, like 11 years ago, we went to Cracker Barrel. There's so many more options now. There's so many more affordable options. People are cooking at home because they don't want to go out to eat. Everything is expensive in the United States. Prices are outrageous. People just want to sit down at home and eat dinner with their kids and their family and not be price gouged. And they certainly do not want to be told how to think anymore. They certainly don't want to be told how to feel or what to believe anymore. I think that Americans with social media are smothered all day. I know it because we run a social media company of people telling you how to live, people telling you what to think, people telling you what to believe. America has always been this place where if I don't like what you think, or I don't like what you believe, or I don't like what you stand for, I just don't do business with you. And so what we've done in a lot of these companies, a lot of these acquisitions and stuff is these marketing people come in and they say, hey, well, I don't like all these things that we do and represent that bring in all the revenue. So I'm going to change it. And guess what happens? All the revenue disappears. And they're like, oh man, I can't believe this didn't work. Well, you just alienated your entire customer base and now you're wondering why it doesn't work. Listen, folks, in 2025 and beyond, people want real shit. People want real shit. There's a band called the Deftones. They're really loud and they scream over really loud distortion riffs. You might love them, you might hate them. Doesn't matter what you think. They have a 1997 album that they recorded and produced and released called Around the Fur. It was their second album. First album was called Adrenaline. The second album was called Around the Fur. Great record. If you like that kind of music, I like that kind of music. It never charted on the Billboard charts, ever, until this month. A record from 1997 from a, rock metal band is performing on the charts in 2025. Why? Because the Deftones brand of rock and metal has now been established over the course of 30 years, and they are a landmark pillar in that category, in that genre. They might not have been the biggest and most popular in the early 2000s, or even in the 90s when they first started coming out, but they're definitely one of the most popular rock and metal bands now. And so people are going backwards into their catalog, streaming music that's from Around the Fur, and the follow-up album to Around the Fur, the third record that they did, White Pony, is back on the charts again. Why is it that people are going backwards in time to listen to music, to rock and metal music? Well, it's because they want the real shit that made the brand what it is today. The Deftones are selling out stadiums for the first time in their careers, and they're older than they've ever been. So when you go into an older brand like Cracker Barrel and you water it down and you make it flimsy and you make it weak and you take the cracker and the barrel off the front of the Cracker Barrel, what the fuck do you think is going to happen to your brand? You just completely obliterated that brand. And it was a marketing agency that did this. These marketing agencies are making it so easy for Acoustic Force Media and our social authority products to, over the next few years, come in and be the savage, aggressive animals that we are with marketing and win. Consistency and speaking to the buyers in that client's audience. My personal opinion, my personal beliefs never show up on our clients' pages, ever. I would never push my personal beliefs on a client's audience. It's not my job to do that. My job is to speak to the existing buyer's audience. We need to find what the demographic is that buys. We need to find who they are, where they're located, what they buy. And we need to find more of those people, not alienate ourselves so those people don't come back. What a stupid thing to do. Cracker Barrel deserves to go bankrupt. You got people like Red Lobster. Red Lobster was in bankruptcy. And this guy, I got to look up his name. This young man comes in and revamps Red Lobster, starts coming out with these dope deals. They got the seafood. They're back, man. They're making money again. Good for him. What a great way to say, hey, here's what our audience likes. Here's the people that buy our food. Let's give them the stuff that they want. Let's give them the goods. Let's rebrand this place in a way that speaks to our buying audience, not that alienates our buying audience. Why would you do that? Think, folks, if you want a certain type of person to buy your stuff, then you need to be the voice for those people. Our company, Social Authority, we're actually called Acoustic Force Media. Social Authority is the product that we sell. That is our iPhone. Apple is a company. They sell you iPhones. I have like 6 iPhones at my house because we post for so many social media clients. My company is my company. What comes out of my mouth is my personal brand. My personal beliefs stay on my page. They do not show up on the hard money lenders page. They do not show up on the software company's page. My personal beliefs do not belong on somebody's page speaking to their audience. No. A representative from that company, we supply them scripts, we supply them what they need to film, and then we edit and post what needs to be spoken to that audience. American Eagle spoke to their existing audience. Their stuff skyrocketed. Now, you might not like Sydney Sweeney's body or the way that she poses as a model. That's your problem. I don't even care about what Cracker Barrel is. I'm basing this off the data and the statistics. I don't care. American Eagle spoke to their existing audience. People are shopping there. I haven't been to an American Eagle in like 20 years. We were there the other day. My wife's buying shorts. I thought the shorts were a little overpriced, by the way, but we bought them anyway. If you're not speaking to the people that buy your stuff and you're alienating your existing audience, dude, what are you doing? What are you even doing? So here's the lesson for today. If you want to destroy your brand overnight, try to cater to the people that already don't like your brand. This wishy-washy marketing that they're doing at Cracker Barrel and like changing the colors and doing this and doing that and doing the other thing, all it's done is created a negative response from the actual people that buy from them. Whereas American Eagle created a negative response from the people that already don't shop there. So you got to make a decision, because the wishy-washy, soft marketing of play it safe and be bland and boring, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. This has nothing to do with how you lean either. People always want to like take what somebody says on a show like this. You could chop it up however way you want it. And they want to say, oh, this person leans this way or leans the other way. No, I don't care if you're a Joe Biden guy or a Kamala guy or a Trump guy or a whatever guy. Simple marketing and sales have been the same forever. You market to a certain type of a demographic, and then you want to grow that buyer base inside that demographic. But if you've built a demographic and a buyer base in a certain category, and then you literally point a gun at those people and alienate the entire group of people, of course you're going to go fucking bankrupt. This was a terrible decision on their part to hire this marketing agency and let them come in and completely destroy their brand. And this lady, who's a complete cuckoo, is on all these morning shows saying that the response has been positive. Lady, no, it hasn't. Your numbers are going into the Cracker Barrel. Woo! The bottom of the Cracker Barrel, by the way. While American Eagle spoke to their existing client base and said, hey, we like women in jeans. People were like, this is wrong. Listen, the offended people that just don't like American values or don't support American small business, and all you care about is everything but American small business and the people that represent it, don't be surprised when over the next 3 or 4 years, no one wants to do business with you and your shit goes in the tank. Because American small business owners like myself We love people who go out and represent this country and who fight hard and work hard and want to do great things. And so if you hate it, pack your bags, because for 4 straight years, people are going to have to either deal with Donnie or Biden or Clinton or Bush or whatever. But if you literally just don't like the country based on who the president is, or you don't like someone based on their political preferences or whatever, and you allow those biases to seep into your marketing, you're not a good marketer at all. Great marketers know how to speak to the existing audience, and they leave their bias outside the room. I have to do it all the time. All the time. I deal with all kinds of people, all different walks of life that believe all these different things, and I work very well with them because my bias doesn't enter the room. I'm speaking to who your buyer's audience is and how can we enhance your audience's experience with your brand. My personal opinion doesn't matter. You got to do what's best for the brand. And alienating your buyer's audience is not the right thing to do. Cracker Barrel deserves to fail, and we'll see how this plays out. American Eagle did it right. Cracker Barrel did it wrong. You heard it from the authority.